Alright, afternoon peeps. Got 2 packages in today. One from eBay, bunch of discs, and another bunch of discs from Vintage. We'll do the Vintage first because it is a smaller parcel. I don't know what kind of games are in there, so that's why I'm doing a quick live update on the games. Right, if anyone's interested in any of the games that I get, leave a comment and I'll let you know the asking price if I sell it. Oh, these discs are fucked. But we've got Fever 13. Fever Street. Rugby World. Fever 08. These are well screwed, man. I tell you, lucky I've got a bloody disc cleaner. Battlefield 4, Disc 2. Halo 3. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. It's going to cost me money, I tell you, man. Battlefield 4, Disc 1. I don't know if that comes 2 discs or 3 discs. Lord of the Rings. I just cleaned a copy of this actually, but the thing was the label was coming apart. Another rugby. What did we? Yeah, same game. 2 rugbies, 2011. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 09. Binary. International Cricket 2007. NHL 11. Fable 2. Sonic Heroes. Can't read that one. I'll get the glasses out. I think I put my jacket on the wrong way round when I went out to get these discs. Still can't read them. Bloody glass, they're smeared. Tasmania Tiger 2. Bush Rescue. So that is how many discs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 discs. How much did I pay for that crap? Actually, it came from Vintage. A lot of this game's on what's the name? Let's open that up. I think I made another order today actually. I paid £10 for this, plus postage, so about £13 for 16 shitty, cracked up, hyper scratch discs. All been hyper scratched. I don't know how people sell them, but you know, if you want people of us to buy them, They'll probably just be thrown away, actually. Untested on. Oh, I think I got that one yesterday. Yeah, I got some yesterday, but I don't think I did a video on it. I do have a bunch of 70+ video DVDs coming through, but when they will turn up, I'm not sure. I have actually got a pending offer on the job lot of Xbox 360 games, but it's been there for about a week and they've not even replied. So I think on Vintage I've got about another 2. That one's the one that just turned up, I think. No, that ain't it. I think it's the top one. Yeah. So these are the ones that turned up just now. Empty game case is 17. You wanted like 20 quid for like 30 cases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 10 of them Xbox One game cartridges, cases. I do need cases actually, although I've got a lot. Might as well get them. Because he originally wanted 20 quid for them. So I'm buying them. Originally £20. It's offered them to 17, but with buy protection and shipping to 29 and 78p, it's still going to be 20 quid anyway. So don't know what I ain't paying. No pickup point. Oh shit. Oh fuck it, I'll have it shipped to home. Gonna cost about another 70p, but at least I get here then. So that's paid for. That's like £21. Alright, well, I paid him anyway, so I did pay for a bundle of games from another person on Vintage, and they said they was in hospital. It was like a 70 bundle of Xbox 360 discs, and it was like $29.99. I thought, well, I'll grab those, kind of thing. And she reckons she was in hospital, but she's got a shitload of stuff up on them, on her page. So I don't know why she's got all this stuff on her page if she's in hospital. If she's in hospital, how the hell is she going to do all the orders? Is she going to sell them and then like cancel them? Or maybe she decided to cancel them because she thinks that she might get more on listing them separately, which she probably could do, but if they're all scratched and buggered, then she ain't going to get her money. People probably might want to turn them away and send them back. Right. Next pack. This one is from actually eBay. I do have another pack from eBay coming, 100 of 20 very scratched or broken Xbox 360 games. That cost me £27, and they are on the way. They might be here tomorrow, or they might be here. What day is it today? They could be here tomorrow, Friday, or they could be here Saturday. I have got another package out in the hallway actually, which I've just remembered. So these ones cost me £10.56 in total. No, you can't see them. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That ain't bad disc. The scratch was not that bad, but it's a PlayStation 3. And the VMI Hybrid don't like PlayStation 3s that much. Oh, it's a PlayStation 4. Red Dead Redemption. But I will put it through PlayStation 3 and 4 games because they've got like a silvery backing, which is different to the other games. They will go through the JFJ. I won't use the sanding pad. I'll probably just try to buff it out. Next one is this one of Forza Motorsport 4. Second disc, what will go through the hybrid is Red Dead Redemption. So we've got Red Dead Redemption 2 on PlayStation 4 and Red Dead Redemption on Xbox. So they are definitely going to go through a cleaning. Now, I don't know if this one's going to work because it's got a really bad circle around it. But it's only a football game, PES, so that don't really matter much. This one is Watch Dogs 2. I've got Watch Dogs, but I don't have Watch Dogs 2. So this one, see, it's got like stuff on it. It's scratched. It is scratched. But that one might go in my collection anyway. So I don't have Watch Dogs 2. Oh, what's this one? The Legends of Zelda, Nintendo. I do not know what this one is. 25th anniversary. I'll have to look that up on eBay or Google it. Next one, NBA 2K20. Another disc that will be a pain to clean. But the football ones, I am going to run it through the Hybrid just to see if I can get it cleaned. Wee Lego Batman. Next one is Grand Theft Auto Vice City, PlayStation 2. Really scratched up. Next one, Assassin's Creed. Xbox. Grand Theft Auto 3. I think I've got about 3 or 4 copies of that in these boxes over there behind me. Borderlands 2 Xbox. Oh, these are really scratched, man. It did say they were scratched. Excite Truck. Rally Sports Challenge Xbox original. Lego Batman Xbox. Batman Arkham City. I've probably got about 6 copies of this knocking around. Xbox 360. See, these ring ones might not work. There's another copy of Red Dead Redemption, but that's the Game of the Year version. Right, I actually just cleaned this one the other day, actually. Not this particular one, but one named under the same title, which is Star Wars Force Unleashed. Another PlayStation 3 game. Oh my god. This looks like it's been shitted on. No, I'm not going to put that through my cleaner. That's going in the bin. It's only a Connect Sports. No, that's going in the bin. I'm going to chuck that in the bin in a minute. Cameo. Whatever it's called, I can't even read it. Xbox. I think I've got a copy of that actually. Red Steel, I know I've got a copy of this. I've actually got a box one, CIB one somewhere. That's on the Wii. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Another PlayStation 3. Grand Theft Auto 5. Another Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Halo ODS. A Halo 3. God knows how many copies of that. Probably about 6 of those. Xbox Classics. MotoGP. I've actually got MotoGP, but I think it's a different version. Xbox Blazing Angels. I know I've got a copy of this knocking around somewhere. Xbox. I don't know what that is. Looks like a fucking snot. Don't mind scratching it because it's fucked anyway. PlayStation 2 Cricket 07. And the last one is FIFA Football 2003. So, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 games in that pack. And that was, well, it says 29 games. Oh, hang on. Yeah, 29. So I've got about these two. But that says Zelda. Nintendo. Zelda 25th anniversary. Oh, it's a symphony. It's a music disc. It's not a game disc, music disc. But I've got one more package. Bit of a bigger one. It's not games. Kick me. can't get through the door after the time because I've got like a cabinet blocking half the fucking doorway. Right. So this is not a games. Not games. I guarantee you it's not games. I know what it is. I won't get them all out because it's the same thing. Right, it's 4 boxes like this. You see, another 3 now. And this, I do have another 2, I think, coming of these. Yeah, I've got another box with another 2 of these coming through. And that should be here maybe tomorrow, I don't know. And I'm going to tell you a little story about this. I've already told the story, but I will tell it again. Right, so this is for the Highbird. Oh, it's got a different boxing thing in it. Right, so you've got 2 bottles of compound. You've got 6 pairs of the pads. You've got the timer chip and the suction pad things. And that is it in there. Now these on TDR website, would you believe, are £67.50. £67.50. Then it's like £11 postage. Then it's £12 tax. Right, so it's like £98 roughly to buy one of these from TDR. Now, when I first got my machine, I asked the TDR on eBay if they had any stock, because they had stock before and they were selling it $49.99. The day I actually fucking ordered my stuff on the TDR website, because they had none of this on eBay, I paid £100. Right, due next day, which it came next day. I looked on eBay and they actually had some of these in fucking stock, $49.99. So I practically paid double for the same shit than I did on their website. Double with the shipping and the tax. This is $49.99 with free postage. Next day delivery, or around about next day. I ordered this 2 days ago and it turned up today. I think it's because they'd actually packed it and boxed it all up on the day, which was Tuesday, but the delivery was a bit late, so they picked it up on Wednesday, the delivery people, for collection, and it turned up today. So when I saw these, I was a bit pissed. I was a bit pissed. So I thought, well, $49.99, I'm not going to go on their website and keep paying £100 for the same fucking ring. They had 13 in stock, right? So I bought 2, coming to under £100. And then I thought, you know what? I'll check my bank balance. If I'd go short on food for a few days and miss a bill out, I fucking will. And that's what I've done. I bought another 2, right? So I've actually got the 4 packs for just under £200. If I paid 4 of these on their website, it would have been £400 and not £200, because these are included like with so-called next day shipping. When I ordered them, and I thought, I am doing a lot of fucking cleaning here, and some of these discs ain't even coming that clean. I've got to keep putting them in after, once again and once again. Like some of them look really nice and clean when you get the disc out. You think, fucking, that's like mint. But light reflection can actually screw you around, because when I was looking at it last night, under the normal bedroom light, you could see like little minor like scratches and faint scratches and shit like that, kind of thing. I thought, well, I can't get rid of them like that if I was to sell them, because what I'm trying to do is put the ones that I can clean and maybe sell or trade later with CX or something, yeah. Because I've got like loads and loads of cases, and I've just got another bunch of cases on Vintage, which is Vintage. Where are you? I've lost Vintage now. Hello, Wayne. That didn't share, did it? Vintage. So yeah, like a guy had a bunch of cases placed Xbox, mostly Xbox One and Xbox 360 cases. They didn't have no games in, just the cases with the inserts. I don't know if they've got manuals on or not. I thought, you know what, it wants 20 quid for them, right? And how many of these, I don't know. By looking at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 33. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 2 17s is 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. About 44 game disc cases, yeah. And yeah, he wanted like £20 for them. I gave him an offer at 15, and he like came back at me at 17. So I thought, yeah, 17's still good, for 40 odd cases. Some people were selling the cases for £1 each on like an eBay, especially the Xbox One cases. Sometimes you might get 5 for a £5 or something, So I thought, yeah, I'll order them. So I paid him, and I said to him, like, is there any chance you can get them out, straight away? Because I've got a load of games that need cases. And he said, no worries, Lou, I'll get the package out as soon as I can. So that's good enough. But the problem is, where am I going to put these? Because I've got no fucking room. Actually, in the kitchen, I've got this cupboard, and it's full of like fishing bait. It's got flour and fuck knows what else is in there, and I've not used it for like 2 years, come up 3 years. So I'm going to sort that out tomorrow and get rid of everything in there, give it a wipe down, and then I can put my JFJ stuff in there as storage for now. And this I'm keeping, and this I'm keeping. So I've been, busy cleaning and sorting out the games as best I can. And I say, like, during the daytime when you've got a nice bright light, it looks like they've come out really good near me. But they haven't, because when I was looking through them last night, a lot of them still had like kind of minor scratches and like little blobs on them. So although it's a good machine, it's still not doing what it's supposed to be doing. I could send it back, but the thing is, I just spent £300 on that shit. So I've got another 2 of them coming probably tomorrow, because I have $49.99. You do get a little bit of discount if you pay, like buy more than one. I think it's like $49.99. Buy a second one, it's like $47.99. So I think I paid around about £98 for a set of 2. And then, like, you know, you calculate that by 3, you know, it's about £390 or something I spent on that. No, hang on, £290. No, £390 because I bought the fucking shit off their website, didn't I? So yeah, £390. And I am completely broke now. You know, that is the last thing I can actually buy on eBay and Vintage. People saying to me, like, well, what are you going to do with all that stuff, Steve? Well, as I keep saying, if I can get the cases for them, or if I've got the case for them, and now I've got a decent fucking like machine, touch wood, I can start putting them in boxes, making them into CIBs. So it ain't just like loose games I've been buying. It ain't just like labels, you know, like the inserts and the manuals I bought. Some of the game cases I do get sometimes have the cases, like, you know, the case, the insert, and sometimes it has the manual in it. And if I can get games, you know, cheap, even though they are scratched, and I can match up, you know, at least a half dozen or a dozen from a scratch disc listing, and they're going cheap enough, I'll do that. Because I was looking on eBay earlier, yeah, right. Now, I've got a couple of games which I was scanning through eBay, and some of them games just being sold as a disc only is like anything between £3 to £8, right? Just disc only. But then now I looked again with case, you know, like the proper case, you know, insert and manual, they're going double, even triple the price. So I'm thinking, well, if I can buy that, you know, if I can buy the cases and the cases and manuals and the discs for like half the price than the games are going on eBay or on Vintage, then I'm okay with that, because a lot of them will go into my collection anyway, although I don't really play many games. I mean, you know, I keep saying I bought the games, and I'm keeping the games mainly for not so much investment, because I know some of the games will probably go in price, like, you know, the Red Dead Redemption ones keep going up and down, up and down. You know, sometimes you get £8 voucher. I think it's gone down to £6. Then it went back up to like £8 voucher. Then it's gone back down to £6. So games do go up and down in value, but, you know, they've got to be good condition. With them insert manuals, CX don't really worry about so much, but, you know, it makes you look a bit of a better trader if they do have manuals. And I'll tell you, if I've got like 4 copies of these, which I do have, but the thing is I can't trade them in because the disc have got like little cracks around near the circle. And CX is very like, no, can't take that, you know, that's damaged. So every time I look at them, I'm thinking, well, if I've got a case for that, will I be able to trade that in? Now, looking at it, I can't see any cracks. But the problem is with the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, they are very temperamental in getting cleaned. So what I try to do is, before I put a game in, which I've got the case for, right? I have got the cases for these. The only one I ain't got the case for is a PlayStation 4 one, that one. You know, I have got a copy of this on PlayStation 4, I think, over there or in the living room. And that's like complete CIB. But I don't think I've got like a spare case for that. So that will have to be put to one side after it's been cleaned. Because like all my cleaning discs, what I've been doing, I've been putting on like in here. And I've been putting them in like little plastic folders. Now these folders, sleeves, I've just received through the post. 200, and these were like $4.99, $5.99 a pack with 3 posted, I think. So, you know, I was running out. I've got like a quarter pack there, and these ones were in my storage in the living room, and these were in there for about 2 years, I think. And I was going through them. I thought, well, I need more, because I've already gone through a packet of these. That's why, like, you know, these are all in here. But I was going through these last night, and I'm digging them out and thinking, and I was doing that, checking it, and you can see scratches on it, but only faint ones, very faint. And like, I know people sell games on eBay with faint scratches on them, and they still sell them with faint scratches on them. Now I've got a box of games here that need to go through. I think I've got some up there, a couple up there that I need to go through. That's why it's so fucking full in here, because I've got so many games in there that I bought in from the living room and what I've been buying. I'm trying to go through the ones that I've got from them in the living room, bought in here, to go through first. And then the ones that I've bought off eBay or Vintage, I'll go through later. But if there's any good games, like, you know, the Red Dead Redemption, or it was like a Mario game, like I've got some Mario games the other day, like the Wii Sports and the Wii Kart, you know. If I find them in the pile, I dig them out and clean them up straight away. So I know I've got cases for them in the living room somewhere. And I want to chuck this away, it stinks. Looks like someone shitted on it. Don't think you can see that actually. Yeah, right down there, look. Looks like someone's fucking shoved it up their goddamn backside. Look. That is going in the bin 100%. Alright, just wash my hands as well. See, this blue folder was completely filled with games. You know, the only ones I ain't done is the Xbox One games. But this was filled with Xbox One, Xbox 360. All that I've taken out and cleaned out. Then I had a couple of like these little boxes filled with games as well. There's 2 boxes down there. You've got that box there, that box, and that box. This is the more recent one I've done. This one I did a couple of weeks ago. I'm still going through them to see what condition they were in, because, you know, these ones I was going through when I had the machine, when I first got the machine. Then I ran out of the compound and that. That's the reason I had to buy it offline, you know, like on their website, because they didn't have any available on the eBay site. Because I spoke to the guy on eBay. I said, "Oh, have you got any of this?" Because I don't really want to be paying the full whack if I can help it. But he turned around and said, "No, we ain't got none in stock. We don't know we're going to have any in stock." But 2 days after I fucking bought the stuff off their website, it's like £100. £100. The day I receive it, I check their website and they've got 13 in stock. So I bought, 4 straight away kind of thing. And then like a couple of days later I was looking and they only had like 2 left. I thought, I'm having those fucking 2. Fuck it, I'm buying them. So those ones might be here tomorrow. So there are people actually on, going on there and buying them. So, yeah. I'm supposed to have the fucking 10 walk come round and do my bloody check for leakage, but they never turned up. And that was like 8th, on the 8th apparently. So I have got a plumber coming tomorrow for my housing association. Yeah, because I've got here 10th walk 1st September. Then I was told I can't make that day, can you change it? And I said, yeah, 8th of August. They didn't ring me, they didn't knock on the door, nothing. So I did get a text message from my housing association saying that I've got a plumber coming tomorrow. So when he comes, I'll be having a word with him. Because at the moment, they're charging me double my water rate because I've got a leakage in the pipe work somewhere. And I'm running over 20 litres of water per hour, per day. That's made up my, that's cost me a hell of a lot of fucking water bill, But they said once they find out what caused it, they will revise my bill and kind of refund me. They fucking better, I tell you. I'll be taking fucking court. I'll be seeking legal action because they didn't turn up on the 8th when they're supposed to. The thing is, I don't know his story. I'm not here to make a profit, yeah. Because, there are nasty people out there who say, oh, it's selling on eBay or it's selling on Vinted and all that shit, But they've done it when I was selling my haunted paranormal shit, And I had to ring them up and tell them, I'm only selling my own personal belongings. Well, that's okay, Yeah, if it's been in your home for X amount of time, then we've got no problem with that. I actually done a video on that on my other channel, as you probably will know. So I was okay selling my own stuff. But you can only say that, because I bought these and they turned up today, although they are mine, they're my own personal belongings, I've got to wait 3 months at least if I can put them online and sell them. And then I've got to let them know how many I'm putting up online and how much money I'm going to make out of it. But they said, when I spoke to them that time, they said, Mr. Morgans, we don't care if you're selling your stuff or not. We've got no worries about that. Whatever you're making, it doesn't matter. As long as you've informed us, that's the main point. If you didn't inform us and you was making like £200 a week, which I wasn't, and then we might have to consider about it, But if you're only selling your stuff and, making enough money to pay your bills and stuff like that, got no problem with that. So that's why I stopped my eBay. I've got my eBay account where I buy stuff, but I don't really list stuff if I can help it. People don't realise that, it's fucking hard out there now. With the government fucking around with everyone, with all this tax shit, they're trying to tax people who's on benefits now. Trying to take the money away from what you've earned, which, well, not what you earned, but they're taking money away from what you're getting. I might do a video on that on my channel later. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, be fun. But yeah, I'm buying games mainly for my own personal collection. If you look back on my video, I've got 2 great big cabinets, bookcases full of games. I'm hoping to buy another cabinet next month, just to fill the shelves up, get some fucking room in my living room because it's unbelievable. I can't even move in there. I did clear it out one time, right? Honestly, I cleared it out and it's half empty. And then the depression came back, the anxiety, stress, and I just started buying. I had a nice little lump sum put by, and I went and fucking wasted it all on buying games. It's like an addiction. It is. It's like an addiction. And the thing is, if I turn around and said, that's it, fuck it, I'm not going to buy no more games, I'm going to get rid of it all, the entire lot, I doubt I'll even get a quarter of what I spent that on. Even if they're completely in box, with the game, the manual, the insert, any people go for the, even the advertising shit in them, kind of thing. I was watching a video the other day, about a guy. He bought a game. It's complete, apart from one thing that's missing from it: an advertising sheet. He actually found one online, and he paid £100, well, $100, just for a fucking small piece of advertising. I thought, fucking hell, he's got money, then he need to burn. But yeah, a lot of my games ain't even got a lot of value to them, because when I was buying stuff, I've not even been to a car boot fair for over a month, because I find that it's not so much the cost going there, because I've got a freedom pass kind of thing, but it's walking around with my bad knees. I've got to keep stopping every fucking 2 or 3 minutes, and there's always competition over there as well, because the two that I used to go to, one of them's closed down until next year. The other one is still open, but it closes down and moves somewhere else a little bit further away. And when it's over at the further away point, there's not as many cars over there, and it's total waste of time. It's total shit. But where it is now, it's okay. You get about 50, 60 cars over there. Real cars and vans, kind of mixture. But there is kind of competition over there. And it's 3 people see the same thing. There's a fight over the fucking thing. Let's say there's a game there, for instance, yeah. You probably get knocked out, just for a fucking game. And I'm not going to go there to get injured. So I stopped, I thought, what? The amount of money I spend on car boot fairs, yeah. Because they're asking £2-3 a game, and they're shitty games, the shitty football ones, FIFA fucking 16, FIFA 17. Now, if you can get FIFA 18 and 19, there is a little bit of value in there. If you can pick up for £1 or £2, trading, there's about £8 for FIFA 17, and then I think there's £12 or £14 for FIFA 19, but they're only on the Xbox 360, because they actually stopped, I believe, doing the FIFA football games after FIFA 18. They've got FIFA 19, 20, and 12, and 22, but that's on the Xbox One or Xbox X and PlayStation 4. So the last 2 FIFA games on Xbox have a little bit of value to them, but not a lot. But if you pick up for £2, you can go and trade it in for £8 trading voucher, kind of thing. If you was to sell it to them, you'd probably only double your money back, £4. Okay, it's £2 profit, but again, it's not for the profit. It's just there because I enjoy doing it. It used to get me out and about, but it costs money as well. It's cost me money, just to keep buying fucking stuff off eBay or Vintage. But the thing is, at least I don't have to go out and walk around on my bad knees, my bad legs and my fucking backache, kind of thing. Because walking around, I take my inhaler with me as well for my asthma. I've got to take fucking pain medication as well in case my knees start really hurting. I think the last time I went there was about 5 weeks ago, because twice they cancelled it because of the weather. But this Wednesday, yesterday, I could have went, but I thought, no, fuck it, I ain't going to go. Because the amount of money I spent up there, I could just buy the same shit on eBay. Because they sell games up there for about £2, £3, £4 a game, yeah. Even the shitty football ones, for a couple of quid. And if you buy 10 games, that's 20 quid. On eBay, you might be able to get 20 games for 20 quid, So I thought, I might as well just buy the shit off eBay, and if they are scratched up, at least I've got a decent fucking disc cleaner now. And that's the reason I bought the disc cleaner. Now I've got this one, But I bought this one a couple of weeks ago, and I've had a little bit of problem with it, but it seems to be working okay now. There's a little screw in there on top where you've got to keep messing around with. One is like the pressure plate for when you shut the lid down onto the disc, and if you turn it around too much, the lid keeps flying open. But once you set it so the lid don't fly open, it'll clean the disc, but sometimes it like spit out too much compound on a disc, and it's not cleaning the disc properly. So you're getting like all these streak lines across it. So then you got to turn it. Turning it one way round, anti-clockwise, does the lid. Turning it clockwise controls the compound. So you've got to get it in between just right to get the damn thing working properly. But even when you think it's working properly, you still have little scratches, especially, which I can't understand, around the edges. It's not picking up around the edges. Why? I don't fucking know. So I will actually ask the guy. He'll probably turn around and say, well, you need to keep messing around with the screw. But if I still keep getting issues with it, if it ain't too bad, then fair enough. But if it's like scratches all the way around, I'll put it in the fucking JFJ, stick a bit of sandpaper in it, spin it around, it buffs it all out. Then all you got to do is put 2 different pads in, one for polishing and one for the final polishing. It does it that way. That's why I've got 2. Well, actually, I've got 2 of these. I actually bought one of these off eBay about a month ago, as you probably all know. And like the reel where you put the disc in was just a little bit wobbly. And I emailed them and I said, it's wobbly. I'm not too happy with it. I don't really want to be using it like that. Do I need to send this back and wait another 4 weeks for it to be checked over and fixed and shipped back to me? He goes, no, we just send you a new lid. So I said, well, what do I do with the other lid? Are you going to send me a tracked postal label that I have to stick in a box and send back to you? But the thing is, I don't want to have to take it off and send it back to you and not be able to use it if I want to use it still. Because although it's wobbly, it still might be functional. I don't know. He goes, no, we'll send you a new one. We'll send you a complete new lid. All you got to do is take the other one off, put the new one on. Don't worry about sending it back. Now, that lid is like $60. I think it's actually £60, actually. Let me have a look. I think it's about 60 quid just for that one lid. Where's the... Oh, hold on. Because that cost me £258. Not this one, but the one I've got in the living room, which is all still boxed up. And the reason it's all still boxed up because I thought I might have to send the whole machine back. Can't find it. The lid on its own, the complete lid without the spring and the disc holder, is £43, 46p. But with the lid and the reel, it's still £43, 46p. But then you got to pay £26, 10p shipping costs. Then there'll probably be import charges and VAT. So for the lid, you're talking about 40, 50, 60, about 80, 85, £90. Yeah. About 43, 60, 69. I'm going to say about £80. So I saved myself £80 just by emailing them and telling them that I had a fault with the disc. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to post a link to the actual eBay listing, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That is it. That's what I had to get a replacement with. You know, it's only a little wobble, but that can affect the disc. You know, it wobble, and it won't clean disc properly. Because there was a guy on YouTube I was watching. He had the same problem with the wobble, and he had to send his back to get it replaced. Now, luckily, he lives in America, where these are made, and yeah, they actually got it all fixed for him and returned it. He didn't have to pay any cost of like posting it and posting it back, because they had to like pay for it because it was under warranty. It's like this, the hybrid one. If I was to send that back, they would have to pay the postage for collection, and then they would have to pay the postage to return it. So, what's it like? Someone's screaming or something. So yeah, like, you know, all this stuff costs money. No, money I shouldn't be spending, but because it's something that I enjoy collecting games, you know, and I don't want to be playing a game, or I want to play a game, but it's all scratched up and it won't play on the console. You know, you're actually rescuing the game, I suppose. Like, there could be a game out there which someone's put in, you know, a scratched game. You know, just the disc itself, you know, could be worth fucking hundreds, you know. It's like the Silent Hill games. Now, I've seen some of the Silent Hill games on PlayStation and Xbox going for about £30-40 just for the actual disc itself. But then the game, you know, with the complete CIB, you know, the manual and the insert, you know, the cover front, you're talking about 70-80 quid, you know, kind of thing. Now, I've actually got like the case and the manual for one of the Silent Hills, but I don't have the game. It's like another thing I've got, which I will quickly go and get. Now, before I show you, the game is a Nintendo DS game, right? The game on its own, original one, is about £60, just the cartridge. But if you've got the game, which I've got, the original case, the manual, and the inserts, which people love, all this shit. People want all this. If I got the game, all right, and put into this box, now people are paying around about 30 quid just for the box, just for a piece of cardboard. Yeah, although it's like crumpled up, but people have ways of like straightening it out and getting rid of a lot of crumple. How they do it, fuck knows. But if I had the game, I put that in there, and if I had the actual kind of the cardboard insert on there, so it wouldn't roll about. If it was all complete with the game, you're talking about £200. So I could actually buy, you know, because I got this from a car boot fair with a load of other DS boxes which had no games in it. And I took it up to a shop in Croydon, and I said to him, I've got a load of Pokemon like cases, you know, you're interested? He goes, yeah, bring them up, you know, we always want the Pokemon ones. So I took up about 20 game cases, most of them Pokemon, a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh! And some other cases, yeah. And I thought it was only going to offer me about 5-10 quid for them. Not even that, you know, because some of them were shitty game, you know, cases. I actually got £90 trading credit for them. And it won't be CX, it's like with a different store. He goes, I'll give you like, we drop, you know, I've got to go through like eBay and like see how much they are selling like separately and all that kind of stuff, yeah. And I'll come up to a price, and if you're interested, you know, take it or leave it. And I didn't have no, I didn't want the cases. It just wasn't worth me holding on to them because it wouldn't be. I don't think I'd have the option of getting the games on their own cheap. Even just the game itself, carries a decent price on them. So I thought, look, I ain't going to use them. I'm not going to go out and buy the Pokemon games. I'm not a Pokemon person. I used to play them years ago when I was younger, in my early teens. So I had like a Nintendo game console, one of the original ones that came out. I still do have one actually, but the screens are kind of like, it's not yellow, but the actual LCD when you turn it on, it's not coming up like the normal colour. It's supposed to be coming up, like the black and white. It's more like a greyish colour. I still have it somewhere. Fuck knows where. So I said, look, just see what he can offer me. And he goes like 95 quid, I think it was. I said, yeah, better than fucking. I was only expecting about 30, 40 quid for it. When he said like 95, I said, yeah, I said, that's trade. And he goes, yeah, otherwise, like, if you want cash, it's going to be about 60 quid, if that, kind of thing. And I thought, well, 60 quid's even fucking better than nothing. But I said, no, take the trade in, because then, with the trade in, I can buy some games off you for my Switch, which I did do. And then I bought some games off him. I had like £10 left on the credit. And then I went back up there and I found another game, which was an Xbox 360 game, I think it was. And I just gave him the credit note and that was it. And I've been up there, but he's interested in this. He knows how much that's worth. I can probably get 60, 70 quid as it is for that. Just for that. But I thought, no, I might keep hold of it in case I do get the fucking game one day. And then I can sell it from £200 or something, No, I'm not going to put it on shit. I can't be bothered with fucking eBay. No, if I was, it'd be like a small amount. Because then people can't say, oh, he's making hundreds of fucking thousands of pounds, every week. Which I'm not. I never did do. No, like, some arsehole done a video on me, like, Scumbag Morgan's on DWP while he's selling on eBay, what the fucking video was. It's been taken down now, I think. I can't remember. But there's like calculating, saying like he's making thousands of pounds a week. But you could see the video where, going through it bit by bit, completely different dates, months, years. So I had an email account for years. And like I was selling stuff on eBay occasionally. And they fucked it all up. They fucked it all up. As soon as they started reporting me, and I rang up, a certain department, and I said, you've got no problems with sending stuff. I thought, you know what, I can't be bothered. Don't worry about it. I won't close my eBay account down because I want to buy stuff, but selling stuff on it, I'm not going to bother anymore. If I do, I'll let you know, but I just can't be asked. And I'll tell you, it's only just recently, since I've been buying games, I only opened me, well, it was still open, but I don't think I bought anything off eBay for about 2.5 years. I'm surprised my eBay account was still open. So I think they close it down if if your eBay ain't active where you're buying and selling stuff, then they'll close it down after a certain time. So no, it's more if I'm going to do anything, there is a couple of websites which I'm looking at the moment where you can trade stuff. You meet up, you trade stuff, and if people are interested, then they make some kind of arrangement saying, yeah, I have those. What do you want from me? And then like I can pick what I want off them, and if we're both happy, then we just both ship them out, or both meet up if we're local and just swap them over. And there's going to be no kind of like cash transfer, bank transfer, PayPal transfer, nothing like that. It's just like trading. And you can't get in trouble for trading. It's like, you buy fucking, or like you have a fucking Bentley car, and you don't want it anymore, and you see like an Escort, and someone goes, "Oh, I'll have your I'll have your escort if you want my Bentley." And I say, "Yeah, I'll have your Bentley. Do you want my escort?" And they say, "Yeah." All you got to do is like swap over, give them the papers and all that shit, and there's no money involved in it. So that's what I might be doing. Like, once I've got a lot of discs cleaned up and got cases for them, so I've got a load of cases. I've got loads of cases with like the inserts and some with manuals, and I just wait for games to come up and I can put them in there, and then I can make sure they're all nice and cleaned or best as I can. See, the thing is, people don't realise, right, you're not really making a lot of money in buying and selling games, because, like, I say, a lot of games are just like shelf fillers. It's just fucking junk, and all you see on eBay is junky stuff. Yeah, like FIFA football, cricket, tennis, Connect shit. Call of Duty, all the Call of Duties out there. Apart from Call of Duty 6, don't see many on them on there, I don't think. And I don't think I'll be able to get Call of Duty 6 because it's too fucking expensive. I think it's like 60 quid still. Call of Duty 6 on PlayStation. Mind you, all the Call of Duty games I've got, I've not played every single one of them. Like Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 4, I think it is, and a couple of other games I've not even played yet. But would I buy the other ones, like Call of Duty 6 and the other ones I haven't got? Yeah, I probably would if they were cheap enough, because then I can put them in with the collection. But all these games here ain't worth shit. I've probably got about 10 copies of that, maybe more. But why you got 10 copies, Steve? Because you get that shit when you're buying collections of like little bundles of like games, kind of thing. But so it's just mainly like buying and collecting, really. Like, if I knew I was gonna fucking die in like 6 months or something, yeah, I wouldn't be able to get rid of them all, because I don't think anyone would be interested in it. So it'd be passed down to my grandsons and my nephews, like they can fucking fight and tear each other apart and get whatever they want to get, like the console, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox X, me Switch console, me PlayStation Pro handheld, and a few other handhelds I've got, kind of thing, which I've not even fucking played. Now, I've got the Switch OLite, and I paid £240 for that, yeah. Some was credit, some was cash. And, I've been buying the games, like, I've not played them. I've not even played the Switch for like 2.5 months. Something like that, because like, I was, I could stream it. I found out I could stream it through OBS. And I was playing a racing car game for OBS through the PC. And I thought, I wouldn't mind streaming that, but I've been too busy fucking buying games, and fucking like disc cleaners and trying to clean the games up. Because there might be the odd game that I wouldn't mind playing and like streaming. I used to love playing like, Call of Duty 2. I've gone through that game, a single player, about 4 or 5 times, because I loved it so much. It don't mean I want to carry on playing it. I've got copies of it. The only thing is, like, computers nowadays don't have bloody CDs in them, do they? But I think, my one is like a Xbox anyway, so I can always just play it on Xbox and stream it. I think they've actually got some, Call of Duty's on Switch, I think. Tetris, fucking hell, man, Tetris. I think that is one of the first games I ever played on a Commodore 64, mate. And yeah, I had a lot of fucking consoles in the early days, you know, in me early teens to like me early 20s. I had Commodore 64s, VIC-20s, Commodore Plus 4. I had Amstrad 464, Amstrad 128. I had Acorn. I had the BBC Acorn. I had Spectrum 48K, Spectrum 128K, Spectrum Plus. I had the ZX80, ZX81, BBC Master. I had the first ever original Commodore PC when they came out, and that cost, I think I saved my money out so quick for that. You know, I was only about 18, I think, and like, I wonder if they got that on. I wonder if they got that on there. What's the name? Probably be on the images. I found one. Commodore PC 20. Where is it? It was a Commodore PC i8088, Intel 8088, MS-DOS. You look up on here under the Commodore 64 image. When that first came, that was over £500. One floppy disk running MS-DOS. And I went and fucking bought one as soon as it came out. And then later, I say about a year later, I think it was, they came out with a hard drive for it. 20 megabit connection, 20 megabyte hard drive. 20 megabyte hard drive. But I had my Commodore 64, was what I loved playing. Commodore Plus 4, VIC-20s. I used to know a guy called Peter Hansen who had a friend in America, and he could convert any disc game, you know, like the tape game, any tape game, onto one of those little EEPROMs. And then you could buy like the cartridges where you can plug in the EEPROM. So instead of like waiting like 20, 30 minutes for the tape to fucking load in, which sometimes never did, you know, you wait 20 or 30 minutes for the game to run, and suddenly you get like an error message saying like whatever it says, and then you think, oh fucking hell. And like when they started bringing out the cartridge games, you know, I had a load of cartridge games, especially Tetris and Pac-Man. When I met the missus, I still had the Commodore 64 and the X. Used to love playing the Pac-Man games. Every time she came home from work, straight on the machine to play Pac-Man. You know, I had Pac-Man, Pac-Man Jr., Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man. You know, I had about fucking half a dozen different Pac-Mans, but she only liked playing one of the original Pac-Mans. But the thing was, you know, meeting her, I really had to like sell a lot of my stuff. And I mean, like a good 85% of the stuff to go towards the fucking wedding. I still got Commodore 64, like the slim version, but it's like missing 3 keys on the keypad. The only thing I don't have for it now is a tape deck or a disc drive for it. I'm not going to like start buying that because I just got no room to put it anyway. Stuck in the box somewhere. But yeah, you know, Pac-Man. Hope me back and Pac-Man. Yeah, good games they were. Fucking good games. Wizard of Oz was a good game. I used to love playing that game. It's like a platform shooting game, you know, kind of thing. and I played it so much I was getting up to quite a high level. I think the level was like 99, I think, and I got up to like 89, and then like I stopped playing it because I had to get rid of the damn thing because I had to sell everything for the fucking wedding. So I never really completed that game. But then, like, you know, when the console came out, I've got the console, but I originally started playing Call of Duty on PC, and I still have the Call of Duty on PC. I've like several of the games, Call of Duty games on PC. The only thing is that you can't install them because PCs now don't have fucking disk drives. You got to buy an external one to install it, unless you go on Steam and pay for it and download. But I think one of my machines still, well, I think about 4 or 5 years ago, one of my old machines still had a disk drive in it, and I was able to install some of the actual Call of Duty games. What have I got in there anyway? Because although I uninstalled them, they're still in my listing, and I can install them at any time I want to. So the Call of Duty games I've got. I've got Call of Duty Black Ops Multiplayer, Modern Warfare 2. I've got Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead, Arma Cold War Assault, but I don't have Call of Duty 2 in there. Hang on. Yeah, I do. Call of Duty 2. Just had to scroll up. Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, single player multiplayer, Black Ops, single player multiplayer, Black Ops 2, single player multiplayer, and Black Ops Zombies. I've got Call of Duty Ghosts, single multi. Got Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Then I've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, single and multi. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, single and multi. DayZ, I had that on there quite a long time until someone who done some nasty videos on me, who was a Pacific game player that I used to play with. We used to play DayZ quite a lot on there, and I'm sure he fucking got me banned because every time I install DayZ standalone, it says I am banned. So I can't play DayZ in with the disc I've got now. Now I can probably that's on PC, that is, but because I've got it on PlayStation 4, I could probably install it and play it, but I can never remember the fucking controls on there, you know, like I did have DayZ installed on the Xbox actually. So I'm not banned on Xbox, and I'm not banned on the PlayStation versions. It's only the PC versions I got banned from. And, you know, with different emails and like contact numbers and addresses and like shit like that. Those two formats I'm not banned on. It's only the PC I've got global ban for some fucking reason. Things like, you know, fell out with each other, and, you know, he wanted me to fucking play games when I couldn't play games, and like, you know, I was too tired, and if I was too tired and I went to bed and woke up like an hour later and came back on and played, you know, he'd start complaining and bitching like, oh, you told me you'll go to bed. I said, I did go to fucking bed. Oh, no, fucking like the way you like, you know. He always used to cause problems for me, you know. He got other people causing me problems as well. So, yeah, he's the one I took to court, you remember. And this snide little bastard got away from it. But that's all over and done with now. You know, I've looked on his channel. He hasn't played no games for like 2 years, unless he's got a different account, which doesn't really bother me. But I used to like playing a lot of game with that particular person until we fell out. And after that, I stopped playing multiplayer with anyone. When I'm playing on my PlayStation with Call of Wild or either Hunter or any other game, and people see me playing that game live on stream, I keep getting like friends requests and saying, "Oh, can I come and play with you?" You know, no, sorry, don't do multiplayer anymore. Got screwed over too many times. You know, it's like with Hunter Call of Wild. I was playing with people on there, and like I'd shoot the animal, and they fucking run over and get it, and like claiming I wouldn't get any like XP or coinage points for it because they fucking took it. So, you know, and I got pissed off with it. I thought, nah, fuck that. Nah, I don't play multiplayer anymore. Now, some people say, oh, we're not all that bad. You know, we don't always do that to people. Hang on a minute, did you say we don't always? Is there a hint that, you know, saying that you might do or you used to? Nah, fuck that. Nah, I'm not taking a chance on you, pal. I used to get a lot of people like, you know, following me on the PlayStation and then on the Xbox and, oh, can we come and join you? No, sorry. I don't do multiplayer. No, not on, you know, if I'm playing the game, I won't open a multiplayer server. I've only ever gone on one, maybe two multiplayer games on Hunter Call of Wild, you know, under someone else's server. And they still done what they used to fucking do, you know, they join up with you and like start shooting, let you get the first couple, then all of a sudden, you know, like a decent like rare, you know, albino or pieball or, you know, something like that on Call of Wild. You shoot it, they fucking go and grab it and claim it, and you're fucked. So see, like with eBay, I've always been honest with eBay. Like I ordered some stuff off eBay, like, you know, cleaning pads and some timer chips for this machine. Let me turn them on. Get out of the way, you. So these are what you got to plug into the side of the machine. It gives you 500 minutes of, you know, running the machine. And it's also a program to tell you when you need to add water, when to change or add new compound, and when to change your polishing pads and that. Yeah. Hello, I don't know. But these are usually $6.99 on eBay. Yeah, unless you buy them in a pack, because they don't do it on their website anymore. You can buy it in a pack like that, where you get a chip, 6 plastic nozzle things like suction pad things to close down on the center of the disc. You put it on the machine and it goes like that, so it doesn't get a lot of compound around the center of your game. But after a little while, when it runs, you know, because it's spinning around, it wears it down, and after a certain amount of time, you do start getting compound on it. So you've got to keep changing it over every so often. But you get that. You get the chip, 6 of these, and 2 little plastic tubes, which you have to put in to let the compound flow through a little bit better. These are like $8.95, something like that. Or you can actually buy the chip from someone else for $6.99. Now I ordered a set of these, which were like £16 for the 2. They came through straight away. But when I ordered these off a guy, I ordered 8 of them, and they never turned up. like I say, never. He's, I paid for them, like, I didn't pay $6.99 each for them because he had like all offers. So I offered him like £4.50, I think it was. So 8 of them cost like 20 quid, I think, something like that. Paid him, and he sent them out. And it had a tracking number, but when you go to Royal Mail, it says like the tracking number, it won't show until it's been delivered, which is a bit pointless. Now, I didn't know at the time. My normal Royal Mail delivery guy is off sick. And I waited like a few days, and I said to the guy, like, how did you send them? Because I've not received them yet. He goes, oh, no, it's recorded. Like, I said, well, it says that, although it's recorded, tracking won't show until it's been delivered. So I waited a couple more days, coming up to a week. They still hadn't been delivered. So I told him, I said, can you send me any like replacements out? And if they turn up, I will pay you, what I owe you. So he said, yeah, all right then. So he sent out another 8 of these on a Saturday, recorded delivery. Money turns up. They didn't deliver them, did they? Although it was supposed to be 24 fucking hour delivery, and they didn't turn up. And I waited another couple of days, and I was saying to him, well, they've not fucking turned up. He goes, well, they should turn up soon enough, I said, well, I found out, like, the normal postman's like off sick, and it's caused a bit of a backlog. But if it'd been recorded, it should have been there within like 2 or 3 days, maximum. So I was just about going to give up, and suddenly the postman knocks on the door. Both packages turn up, don't they? The original ones and the replacement ones. And I said to him, if the original ones turn up, I will pay for them. So I emailed him, I think it was yesterday. And then I said to him, well, he actually emailed me. He goes, oh, right, it shows that they've been delivered, both of them. So I went downstairs and checked, and they had actually both been delivered. So I came back up and went straight onto eBay Messenger. I said, yeah, they had turned up. I said, I owe you £40. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order some more to make it £40, but don't send any. Just take the payment and don't send any, because that is the £40 I owe you. I kept saying to him, I'm an honest fucking eBay, I've never screwed anyone over. Although I've been screwed over. I've got screwed over a long time ago. And I said, look, I won't screw you over. I promise you that I will pay you. And once they did come through, I made an order for 10 for £4. And I said, just accept it and take the £40, but don't send any, because I won't need them yet. So he accepted the payment, and he's not sending any more out because I don't need them at the moment. It's the money I owed him. And I've actually found a website where there's a device you can plug these in, and it resets it. So when these run out of time, when it goes down from 500 to 0, there is a device you can actually get and plug it in, and it resets it to 500 again. And the machine itself is like 50 quid. Now I'm thinking about getting it, but I told the guy, because it took me a long time to find it. I'll tell you, I saw a YouTube video where a guy reckons he had an unlimited chip, yeah, and I thought, well, he said he was going to list the link, and he didn't list the link, and people's been leaving comments saying, where did you get it? Where did you get it? Well, I started Googling it, and I actually found one site where the guy has got this little kind of programmer. It's like a resetter, and it's supposed to reset your chip back to 500 minutes. Now, I'm on my 3rd chip, so 2 of these are completely wiped out. Now, if you think about it, 50 quid. A little bit expensive, but if you're thinking about, the original price of these, if the guy didn't even accept a offer a lower price and those $6.99. Now, buying 10 of them is 69 quid, isn't it? If you use 10 of them and you buy that device 50 quid, it's going to work out in the long run, because like you can still keep using the chip constantly. You know, you could reprogram all the chips that you've got, and every time you like run one down, you can just like keep refilling it, you know, kind of thing. So I'm thinking about getting one. You know, I have actually told the guy who's got them on sale. He ain't got them on eBay. He's got them on the website. He's got 3 different versions, and like he's saying like the VMI 2500. I said, yeah, but I've got a hybrid, and he's got one for the 2500 and hybrid 2, or the hybrid 1. And I was saying, well, what one do I need? And he goes, well, you want the 2500? I said, yeah, but I've got the hybrid. You know, I don't want to get. I don't. You're sending me one for the for the 2500, and it don't work, and I've got to take the chance in sending it back. Because I had that little bit of an iffy feeling that, you know, I could buy it. You send me one for the fucking 2500, it ain't gonna work, and I might not be able to like send it back to him. You know, although the payment probably go through PayPal, but I'm still a bit kind of suspicious if to do it or not. So if I can get these for £4 each, you know, £4.50 each. Now, they ain't that bad, you know, they last for 500 minutes. But, oh, God, no wonder the fucking late. But, you know, I had the record delivery, the first batch of disc I showed you, yeah, right? No, the second batch from eBay, they were sent recorded delivery. They're supposed to have been here between 11 a.m. and 3:15 p.m. They didn't turn up in between that time. They turned up at 5:30 this afternoon. Just before I started the stream, they came around about half an hour before I started the stream. And it wasn't the original guy. It wasn't the one who's been delivering the mail, because the original person is off sick, apparently. So he's been replaced by some other fucking foreign guy. And he's been delivering the mail, but not, you know, like all the proper mail, you know, like first class, second class, is stuck, backlogged. All they're doing is packages like parcels and record delivery. So I'm actually waiting on the pads. I bought a bottle and 6 pads from one buyer, but he done the pads as well separately, and they never turned up. So I asked him for replacements. So he sent the bottle of compound and 2 packs of 6 pairs of pads. All right. Well, he sent them recorded this time around. The first one he reckons he was recorded, but never got them. I've got the replacement one with the bottle with compound and the pads that come with the compound. He sent me the replacement ones that was missing, but still not got the original ones, because I think he sent it just normal first class. Now, I keep checking my letterbox every day and they're not turned up. Now, if they do turn up, if they ever do turn up, see, these are the original pads, yeah? You can't get them on eBay. You got to buy them from TDR, or you can get them on eBay, but you know, in the packs, like, you know, the package like I showed you earlier, where you get 6 pairs of these. They used to sell these on their website, and they still do, but they want £10 just for 1 pair. £10. That's why it's cheaper to buy the actual consumer pack, because then you get 10 of these. Well, no, you get 6 pairs of these. You get 2 bottles of compound, and then you get the black plastic suction things and the 2 little wires, you know, like the plastic tubing thing and this other thing you get with it for £67.50. Unless you're lucky enough to get it on eBay cheaper, and they have sold out already on eBay. But these are the original pads that you're meant to use. And if you look, they are slightly smaller. And you can see. Now these are the compatible ones. And you can tell by the compatible ones, they are around about the same size, but these are usually like a pinkish colour. And as they get worn down and worn down, it goes to white. But these are originally like a reddish colour, and when they get worn down, they are still kind of like red underneath. And at the back, they're black. Now, original ones have left and right, so it tells you, just in case you're fucking stupid and dumb and you don't know left hand to your right fucking hand. Right, that goes right, that goes that side, that goes that side. Right, okay. Now these ones, if it weren't because of the size difference, you would fucking screw up. You would probably put the left on the right and the right on the left, but because you know, you can see the difference on it. Yeah, it's like these ones, as I say. Now the thing being is that these are more kind of harder pushing, while these ones are kind of like more softer. And the grip paper on here is more kind of like tense. This one is, I think, like the sandpaper on here is more harder, while this is more finer. I'm not saying like that. And because they are completely different, and this one is more softer, it doesn't cut away the disc as much as it does on this one. If you've got a disc which has only got a couple of fine scratches on it, then these will probably be okay just to like buffer it down and, like, you know, polish it. But if they've got deeper scratches, you need these ones. When I was waiting for, you know, my new £100 fucking pack from the TDR, I bought these, and I bought it with the compound. You know, I bought one set of 6 of these, 6 pairs, and because they never turned up, I thought, well, if I buy the bottle and another 6 pairs of these with the bottle, because these are like shit. I don't know where that went. I'll look at that later. On his website, purchase. The bottle of blue compound and 6 pairs of these is £44.99. But these, you can buy these in single pairs, right? Single pairs of these are £6.50 with free postage, second class. So that's where they've probably gone. They've got second class and they've not turned up. So when they didn't turn up, I asked them if we can send replacement ones with the bottle, the compound I bought, which comes with the other 6 pairs of these. So he said, yeah, I'll do that. Now, because I've not turned up, you know, there's not a lot we can do. The only thing I can do is say, look, they still not turned up. You'll have to put a claim in for them. But if they do turn up, I will probably return them, because 6 pairs of those, or 6 sets, is £34, right? Now, I've still got about 8 or 9 pairs of these, and I'll only use these for buffering, you know, not to actually clean a complete disc, because these won't clean the disc. Like these will not cut down the scratches. These will only probably remove the blemishes and some fine, very fine scratches. It won't remove a disc which has got, you know, really deep or medium scratches in it. I've tried it, I found out myself. So if they turn up, I'll either pay the guy the £34 and keep them and just have them in stock if I need them, and just like use them on fine scratch discs, or, you know, disc which has got blemishes on, or, you know, like a lot of like crappy fingerprints and smudges and all that shit on it. Or I might just say to him, look, I don't need them, you know, I'm going to return them, because in that way, that would probably, you know, I won't have to pay for them, because they've, you know, these were like if they turn up, they would be the ones which is sent as a replacement. I'd only have to pay for them if I keep them. If I don't keep them and return them, I won't have to pay the £34 for them. And I say, they're no good for, like, you know, cutting down the disc and like getting the very heavy scratches out. I've tried it, you know, that's why I had to buy the original ones. But yeah, the device I'm looking at, you know, it's 50 quid, including postage. He reckons it renews the timer on it. It's got like a program in there to actually reprogram this back into like a 500 minute. I said to him, is it possible to get it up to like 1,000 minutes or something, or 900 minutes? He said no, because it's the firmware which is different. No, if you had the firmware for it, then you could do it, and then you could actually make this into like 1,000 minutes or something. But I think this particular chip inside it, which I've not opened up, I'll keep thinking about opening the one up, but I'm not going to. I don't know if there's a chip in there. I suppose there is, actually. There's got to be a chip in there to tell the machine what it's got to do, isn't it, really? But £50, you know, I want to get one, but I don't know. Because if I buy one and it don't work, and I try sending it back, you might not fucking like give me the postal address to send it back, or, you know, you might take the money and run for it, you know, one thing, you know, and like I might not be able to get me money back on PayPal if it goes with PayPal. And I would actually say to him, I want PayPal, because like, at least that way I'll be like covered, you know, through a bank, you know, like if there's a bank transfer, then it'd be a bit difficult as well. It is just like a time chip. As I say, it's got like 500 minutes set on there, but the chip also controls the machine by telling you when you need to change your compound, when you need to change your pads, when to add water. So, you know, it's got like 3 other functions on there apart from the time. So it's got 4 functions on there: the time, and as the time's going down, the machine will go down from 100%, 75%, 50%, 25%, and 0. And as it gets down to 50%, you start getting red lights instead of like the green lights that show up. Would turn it on, but I'm not got it plugged in, and I've got stuff on top of it at the moment. So yeah, it gives you the 500 minutes, but if it needs to like change the compound, then you have to like, well, not change it, but add compound. So it's AC, add compound. For the pads, it's say like CP, change pads, right? For water, it's a AW, add water. Now, there isn't one there for the actual basin thing where the water catches, you know, the waste, compound and water. You've got to keep an eye on that yourself and empty it when you think it needs emptying. The bottles, as I say, is that size, and that's for the compound and the water. Yeah, I look for them. Because when I had issues with that, when I actually purchased the stuff off their website, yeah, the guy promised me that he would send me a pack of 6 pads free of charge, and I kept him to that. So when I actually ordered it, I said to him, "Don't forget, you promised me some extra pads." I said, maybe a bottle of compound as well would be nice, because, like, the hassle I've had with this fucking machine and all the compound that gets spilling out over the disc. And I thought he was going to turn around and say, no, we can only give you the pads. But when they shipped it and I received it a few days later, I opened it and, yeah, there was extra pads, an extra bottle of compound, which is like, on the website, it's sold out. It's £20 just for that bottle. Now, if you buy it on eBay, you can't, unless it's in the pack, which is $49.99. And they say they ran out of that now already. They sold out 13 packs like that within 2 days. 2 fucking days. But I had 6 of them. I had, six packs. Because they're $49.99, so like, nearly £100 each. So that's £300. And the one off their website, another £100. So I'm fucking broke. I've got nothing in my bank account apart from just enough to do some shopping this week, or this month. But yeah, they come in these bottles, and while I was waiting for it, I ordered that blue compound, and that's too thick. It's total shit. I even ordered some other compound as well. Fucking 4 bottles, which was a waste of money as well. They were $29.99 each, and I bought one, waiting for it to turn up. And I thought, well, $29.99. He's only got 3 left. I might as well buy the other 3. That's another fucking like 70 odd quid. So I bought 4 bottles of white compound, and it's so watery and so shit. It's no good. Not for that machine. I have tried it on the JFJ, and it ain't that brilliant. So what I'm going to do is like kind of do a little mixture with the blue and white and see if that happens. What happens with that on the JFJ. I won't do it on that, the new one, that hybrid, because it could fuck that hybrid up, and no. The JFJ, it doesn't pump the compound out. You put it on a pad like this. You just like spray it on and let the machine spin it around and clean it. So that's what I plan to do with the 4 bottles of white compound and the 1 bottle of the blue compound. Just kind of like do a little mixture. So I do have them in like squirty bottles. I bought some sauce bottles like that. So I put some of the blue in there, some of the white in that one. But what I'm going to do, I've got like some spare bottles. I'm just going to like put half and half and mix it up and use it on the JFJ. And if it does any good, then I might buy some more of the blue compound, because that's, you can actually buy the blue compound on its own for £29. But again, it depends on how much fucking money I've got left. I'll just put my back up here. But you got to spend money. Like they say, spend money and make money, but I'm spending it, not making nothing. I've not even turned any of the 2 machines on today. Not once. Taking a little bit of break from it. You get a little bit more, yeah, not that much fucking more though. Tight fucking fisted bastards they are. Watch next, they start taxing you on it next. They take away what they've given you. It's like with the pensioners. I don't get pension, I'll get UC. But if I was on pension, I'd be fucking taxed on my pension. The only thing I've ordered, right, is more games. That's it. I had a little idea of doing something, but I don't think I'll do it. If I was to sell stuff on eBay, right, if I got a little printer that prints off little barcodes, and I can make a custom barcode, and it'll say like, you're a winner or you're a loser, or you get a free game, or you get a discount. And I could put like one of those in with the game if anyone was to buy any games of me. And if they got the barcode, all they've got to do is scan it, and it'll say if they're a winner, loser, free game, discount, or whatever. Because then that'll probably attract more people that way. But I can't be asked. No, the thing is, right, I'm going to close this down, and I'm going to talk about that on my other channel. I don't need to really be on here. So give me 5 minutes, and I'll be on haunted experiences, and I'll catch you on there in a little bit. Yeah, give me that 5 minutes. About 5-10 minutes. I want to go to the bathroom and get another drink and feed the cat. So yeah, I'll catch you in about 10 minutes. Here we come.